All right, everybody, welcome to Teaching Crypto, AZcrypto with MrFOMO. Please smash that like, that subscribe, bell notification. Super chats in the store are available. Huge show here. We are back in full swing for the bull run. We're going to give you some tokens that you want to and must have exposure to over the next 6 to 8 months. Mr. FOMO, how you doing?
Good. How are you? I am, as long as my portfolio is up, I'm happy. I'm a
I'm
little
happy.
disappointed to see Bitcoin back down at 87.8, but I was anticipating a little bit of a cool off after we reached 90.
Yeah, and we
But
got CPI numbers today, so there's normally some shenanigans going on before and after. I'm not worried at all.
some
This is
liquidations.
This is healthy, right? Because we were not going to go straight to 100K. What we don't want, we don't want to dump all the way back to 70 or 65. And that's extreme. But like I said last show, we are in great position. And I think now it's time for the alts to run, which is perfect for the show. We're going to give you 2 tokens each that we think you absolutely have to have in your portfolio. Also, I'm going to give you a wild card pick because I've gotten a lot of questions off the air about meme coins. And I asked, is this a good time to buy Doge? I'll answer that question. And I will give you something that very few shows have talked about. So let's start, Mr. FOMO. I'll go first. And I want to talk about my superstar, iOS Network. It is an AI play. And let me tell you, I am super pumped about this one. Um, Here's what I love. It's just performing very well. It has been since the bull run started. Since we bottomed out, it's been doing well. You see right now we're about 73 cents. Now, what's been amazing here, the yearly, okay, we're up 3.6K. We've gone from 2 cents. We went up this year to $1.08. That's our yearly high. All right. All-time high, $2.67 for this one. Market cap right now for iOS Network is only 831 million. You might say, is that high? Not for this type of token in its category. It's actually lower compared to things like Render that are an AI play. Um, you know, there are people that are calling for 8 to 12 billion for this one. That's a nice 10x. That would put us at about $7. Even if it gets to $3, I'm extremely happy. Uh, for honesty, this is one of my bigger plays here for this bull run. That's why I picked it first. I love how it's done, right? If you zoom out, you see you just look at the performance. It's done super well, and that's what I'm looking for. Every time Bitcoin recovers, iOS Network is not that far behind, and that's the data that I'm look at this. Look at the monthly right here, right? I was telling you guys, in those dark days, hey, by the way, remember iOS Network, you pick it up for 40 cents, you can pick it up for under 50 cents. And what do you know? We've gone from 44 cents to 73 cents in less than a week. That's what I love. It's the performance. And so I really like this one, Mr. FOMO, and I can't imagine not having exposure to it as it makes its run here. And I do think a $3 iOS network sometime in early 2025 is in play. Absolutely.
I I absolutely love this pick. You are shilling my bag for me. So I I love this
Tennessee.
one. I've loved this one since we were talking about it. We've been talking about this one since the summer when we wanted to have an AI summer. Hopefully we get that AI summer or the
We've
AI.
been talking about this one since last February, actually. And
Right. And
that's
so I hope that the narrative of AI really explodes during this bull run, especially with our altcoins, because I would love to see something like this take off because, like I said, this is sitting in my bag as well.
Yeah, and really quickly, you also want to look at volume, 831 million. The volume, 62 million, but that was actually down because we have a bit of a dip yesterday, 23% for what it was. When you have that type of volume for something that's below a billion market cap, things are going well. Trust me, you don't want to be without the iOS network as it makes its dramatic run toward at least minimum. Worst case, I would say do your own research, but $2 is very, very, very reasonable. But again, 3 to 7, very, very realistic as well. So, Mr. Foam, why don't you take it away for your first pick?
I'm having a hard time screen sharing from my end, so if you could look up SWI on CoinMarketCap for me, I would appreciate it.
SUI token. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, well, it's one that I hold, and it's one that I'm really excited about. There's not a lot that I actually know about it. This is just one that I picked up a while back.
There we go.
And so SWI is into gaming. SWI is into hold on, let me get to.
While
So
Mr.
layer
FOMO
one,
gets his stuff together, remember to hit that like, subscribe button because, hey, guys, you don't want to miss this show moving forward. This is the time we've been waiting for, so I wanted to put that in there. Go ahead, Mr. FOMO.
But what we have on SWI is that it's a groundbreaking layer one blockchain platform designed to support the needs of global adoption by offering a secure, powerful, and scalable development platform. And so really it's just a layer one, but it's one of those ones that has been making a lot of noise. I like what people have been saying about it. I like the hype that's around it, and I like the movement that it's had over the past few weeks. But this is one that I'm excited about. This is one that I really want to see move because, like I said, it's in my bag. So I am just shilling my bag a little bit today.
Well, you mentioned a lot of good information, but you left off something critical here. Daily volume 2.5 billion. It's a lot of the volume is still in Bitcoin and ETH and Solana, which we may discuss in just a little bit. So for something like this to have 2.5 billion, and it's not for the newbies, it's not a mainstream name yet. That's gigantic. That shows you that within the crypto world, there is a lot of interest. And this year it's gone up from 46 cents all the way to $3.33. You got a bit of a dip here at 316. Its screen is showing 319, so it's moving. It's depending on where you're looking, it's doing a lot of movement right now. A lot of volume into this one. This one,
And that volume is down from yesterday.
This one gives me
Yesterday's volume was way higher.
This week gives me some Solana vibes from last bull run in terms of no one really knew what Solana was at first, and it just kept picking up steam and picking up steam. So I think this is an excellent pick here because we could give you really low market caps that could 100x, but could also be rug pulled. That's not what we're doing here. We're giving you tokens that we know for sure you guys are want to have exposure to. So that is a good one. Excellent. Now I'm going to give you one, Mr. FOMO, and you might say, oh, AZ, you're playing it safe. What are you doing? But I actually think, Mr. FOMO, there is going to still be some room here for the soul train. Now, let me explain. You might say, well, Mr. Zara, Mr. Z, what are you doing? Right? AZ, you can't pick something that's such a high market cap, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And the reason why I'm going to do it, Mr. FOMO, is this. I think the Soul Train still has a long way to go. All right. And if I'm going to show you something right here, and it's gonna really grab your attention. Okay. If you look here, Soul kind of has been around the 200 mark for a while. It reached that in February, and it's just been stagnant, right? And it's finally picked up steam and went all the way down to the low 100s. I like all-time highs before January. I love this thing to get to 300. That's where I'll be looking to take profits. But I think 400 to 600 is also very reasonable. A lot of people are saying you're going to get 1,000 Soul. I'm not quite sure about that, but I love steady gainers during this time, right? Where over time you're going to get some green. And this one, I feel like no matter where you are in the process, it's going to be gaining. So if you sell at 300, and it goes down to 250, you could ride it up to 400. So that's why I love this one, is you can get in and out several times. And so Solana to me is like a sure thing, stable, just like having ETH in your portfolio. Obviously, you want to make sure you have a ton of Bitcoin. But this would be one I would say, if you're brand new into crypto, yeah, for this bull run, you want to have BTC, you want to have ETH, but you need your ticket to the Soul Train, because you want to make sure you don't miss those stops where you are printing.
Yeah, the Soul Train is one that we've been telling you about for a while as well. Again, you're shilling my bag for me. Um, but this is one that I believe the next time we do the show, I'm going to take this one away from you, because this one is sort of one of those cornerstone tokens that you should really have exposure to during this bull run. I think if you don't have exposure to Solana during this bull run, you're going to be kicking yourself. And I feel like it's going to be a huge mistake. Even though it has such a high market cap, I feel like there's so much hype and there's so much going on surrounding Solana. And I could see this one fighting its way eventually up to, maybe even, competing with ETH as far as market cap. Maybe not this bull run, but this is the type of project that has enough going for it that it could be around for a long time. And so this is one of those ones right up there with BTC and ETH that I'd say you need in your portfolio. If you're building a crypto portfolio, this is one of those needs, not wants. This is one of those ones that's, like AZ said, is going to give you some green, but it's going to give you steady growth, and it's going to give you, and it's not going to get destroyed in any of the downturns. If we have a mini bear in the middle of this bull run, it's not going to get destroyed the way the lower caps are. And so I think this is a great pick. Again, thank you for shilling my bag on the show. I appreciate
Absolutely. And here's the thing. What you don't want to do is you don't want to get impatient and try to jump. We've seen that before, right? Where people are not patient and they try to jump things, and that doesn't end well, because you're waiting for your specific token to print, and you get impatient and you chase something else that is printing, and then that dumps. You don't want to do that. That's an important lesson. So I would really hope that you have these things in your portfolio that are going to give you stability, like ETH, like Solana. That's why I picked it. Go ahead, MrFOMO. What about your second one?
All right. You aren't going to like this, but go ahead and put that Cardano chart up there for us.
All right. All right.
Now, the reason I want to talk about Cardano, there's a couple of reasons. One, they just recently linked to Bitcoin OS, and I think that that's going to be huge for them, having a bridge to Bitcoin. But two, there are rumors that Charles Hoskinson is going to find his way into an advisory role in the Trump White House. And so I think if those things are happening for Cardano, I think you're going to see a lot of movement. Cardano is one of those ones that will be stable for a long time, and then all of a sudden it will launch. And you need to take profits when it does, because it's not going to stay there for long. I like Cardano because last bull run it got to $1, held there, and then I think it 3x'd over the course of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Even with that huge market cap that it has, and even with the huge market cap it had at that time during the bull run, it still managed to 3x. And so what I like about Cardano right now is that it's about half of where it was when it 3x during the last bull run, but it's got loads more positive news behind it. And so I think that Cardano is one of those ones that you could put in as a cornerstone of your portfolio. It won't get killed in those downturns like Solana won't. And
a little visitor there. Yeah, the crypto,
and it'll provide you with some green, but when it explodes, it's going to give you a really nice return. But make sure you take profits on this one because it will come back down to and settle down in at a price like we saw last time. What was the joke last time, that Cardano was a stable coin because it sat around $1 for so long?
Yeah, for the first time, you're right. ADA has been getting some buzz. There's a rumor about Charles. It's not confirmed. You know how I don't care about your token for the bull run. All I care about is does it perform. So I agree. This one again, new people coming in will get referred to Cardano. So yes, you hold the Cardano right now. It does. Let's say it doesn't do anything for a month at 53 cents. It could be at $1 in 2 days. It could be at $1.50 in 4 days. So I actually do like that pick. I don't know if it would be one that I would have to have. Now, I do really quickly want to talk about
And the Cardano still has a great community behind it too, and so there's still a lot of people who are big Cardano believers out there, and so community means a lot too.
True, there are still people that have held for 4 to 8 years that are waiting for the right time to sell. Now, we got a question off the air about meme coins. Is it a good time to buy Doge? Yes, I do believe Dogecoin will finally hit $1 during this bull run. It's not something that I desperately need in my portfolio. Now, I want to mention another token that's already got up to $1 billion market cap called Peanut the Squirrel. Because every bull run, yes, you could get Bonk, you get Pepe, you could get Shiba Inu, but Peanut the Squirrel might be this bull run's darling. It's been going absolutely insane. Be careful; it could rug, but and you know me, I'm not into these type of tokens. But this week it's up 1,000, 1,500%. So it's gone from nothing to $1 to $1.49, and it's 1.5 billion market cap. This is when you know you're in a bull run. The daily volume for Peanut the Squirrel over the last 24 hours is 3 billion for a token no one knew existed 7 days ago. So Peanut the Squirrel is going crazy. We wanted you to be aware. It could get to it. I'm not exaggerating. It could get to a 10 to 20 billion dollar market cap pretty easily. But it could also tomorrow rug. So that's your warning. But yes, Dogecoin. I would say Dogecoin. Honestly, you're right now a little under 40 cents. You get it today. Do your own research. Yeah, I think a lot of profit will be taken right before $1 for Dogecoin. But I think it will reach $1. So Dogecoin, if you want to play it safe, but if you want to take a stab at something that might become the darling, like Shiba Inu did last time, look at Peanut the Squirrel.
I love that. I was looking at Peanut the Squirrel last night when I was doing research for the show today, and the only reason I didn't do it is you can't easily get it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But Peanut the Squirrel is one that I had my eye on last night. But I want to mention something that Tennessee said. Tennessee mentioned, don't forget Doge to infinity with Elon in the White House. Elon is going to be in the White House. That's not a rumor.
That's true.
That is fact. He's going to be,
Yeah,
I
we'll
think,
see how much he really wants to push
Secretary
Doge
of
this time.
Government Efficiency. And
Mm-hmm.
so we'll see how much, like you said, how much he pushes Doge while he's in the White House. But you have to think just his presence should spark a rally.
Yeah,
With
I mean,
Dogecoin.
I think it reaches $1 pretty easily. After
I
that, who
think it
knows?
easily gets all back to all-time highs without a doubt. Um,
Absolutely.
and so I think if you are looking to pick up a meme coin and one that's easily found, Dogecoin, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, and Boink actually, if you're again, these are not coins that I'm rushing to get, but if you really want a meme coin, Boink is another one I think that has a good run in it this bull run. Well, Mr. FOMO, this is a great show, guys. Push this content out. Help us grow over the next few weeks because people are going to need to watch these programs to maximize their